I'm saying hello wherever you are watching us, and of course, it's another edition of Kickback Podcast. Of course, it's a sports show where we get to discuss topical issues in the world of sports, especially football. And of course, I'm in the studio with Ahmed. Ahmed, it's been a while. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good evening to the watchers. We are back again.
Yeah, of course, we are back again talking sports. So let's quickly take a look at the trending issues towards the end of the transfer window. Yes, it's our own Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen was at the verge of leaving Napoli, and in the process we have two clubs, one from Saudi Arabia and the other from English Premier League, that's Chelsea. And we were thinking it's either he goes for the money or he plays straight in the English Premier League. But at the end of the transfer season, he did not even move to Chelsea nor move to Saudi Arabia, leaving Napoli not to even register him in the Serie A, and they later loaned him out of Napoli to Galatasaray. So we'll be talking about the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen this afternoon.
Yeah, good evening. The main problem there that I can see now is the agent, because during the transfer window saga, at the end of the transfer window closing, we now see the main problem of what's transpired between the Napoli
and
Osimhen and Osimhen and Chelsea, Napoli and Saudi. Because the truth of the story is also based on the agent, Victor Osimhen's agent, that's Calendar. I think you can't negotiate well for your client and you expect him to be happy with you. So the main problem in between the three clubs are going to be addressed to the agent, because Napoli is bringing down the release clause to be 120 million euros.
Okay, so what you are saying now is that the relationship between Victor Osimhen and his agent, they are not on good terms.
Well good. They are not on good terms, but it's not open to the world. So it's after the transfer window we are now seeing the truth of the story. Because Napoli is bringing down the 120 million pounds for Victor Osimhen, and the Saudi club are ready to pay. So it's for Osimhen to choose between Chelsea, money and fame. Are you going to European clubs where you are going to win a lot of trophies, or you are going to Saudi where they might not even your name again?
But of course the money will be there.
The money will be there, but at least he's still young. He's still very young now. And Chelsea are coming in with buy with loan with obligation to buy, with a lot of money involved, a lot of financial advantage. But Saudi wants to take everything into their own hand. And when they see that the agent is not complying with what they want again, they went for Ivan Toney.
Okay, if I may ask you, why does Victor Osimhen wants to leave Napoli?
I think the reason why he wants to leave Napoli is because of the racial abuse. It's very obvious to everyone outside world now. But what I see inside Osimhen, it's not because of the racial abuse. The former coach of Napoli always listening to Osimhen as a striker and a prolific one in Napoli, the one that wants the Scudetto for them. But the new coach is coming in to be the boss there. He's creating himself as the boss. Like, no one can change my mind.
Of course, he should be the boss.
Osimhen, yes, normal. He should be the boss. But I think there is a difference between being a manager and a coach. So if you're a manager, they might give you some priorities of the transfer window or something, the players you want. But if you are just a coach, you are just to coach any player they bought for you inside the club. So Osimhen losing a penalty after the racial abuse, the coach wanted to sub him out, so as for the fans not to be booing him on the pitch again. But he was trying to tell the coach, to counter the coach, that we need two strikers on the pitch. So the coach was so furious, like, no, you can't tell me what I'm going to do for my club. So since then, the relationship between Osimhen and the coach have not been good again. Even now, when Conte came in, he said he wanted to work with Victor Osimhen, but the club said no. They want to cash on him. So the relationship between Osimhen and Napoli has fought through since, even before the transfer window, before this summer. So I think Osimhen leaving Napoli is a very good choice for him. But choosing between money and fame, it's a very difficult thing. So he has to calm down. That's why he moves down to Galatasaray for him to calm himself down.
As a Nigerian, as a football lover, what would you have advised a brother in Victor Osimhen in that situation?
For all Osimhen fans watching outside there, I watched some reels at Godswill Akpabio Stadium yesterday when Osimhen was in the stadium for training. Everybody was shouting, was hailing him. Like Osimhen's presence in Super Eagles alone is 1 point. So I'm advising Osimhen to just rethink very well, because Napoli have nothing to lose. Now they have Lukaku, they have Kvaratskhelia. So Napoli has nothing to lose. The best thing for Osimhen is to renegotiate his terms with Chelsea, because now Al Hilal can't bring in any. Let's take a look at different legends of Super Eagles players, that has plied their trade in abroad. The likes of I'm not talking of Kano or Kucha now. Probably some other players. Fine. Don't you think if they would have had this opportunity of playing in the Saudi Arabia, when these people are spending big money on players, money at the end of the day will be a plus to a player like Osimhen. Fine, I understand the fact that you also need to build your career. Osimhen is still young, he's still 24. 25.
Okay, 25. Yeah, 24, 25. He's still 25. And, one would think that it's not yet time. That Saudi Arabia is a league where players retires, but at the same time, when we look at the financial benefits of it to Nigerian.
When I calculated Osimhen's fee in Nigerian currency is 54 billion.
In a week or in a month?
In I think in per annum.
Okay, per annum.
Yeah. So I feel the money is so much for him.
Billion
not to even think twice. Like let me even be looking at Chelsea. Chelsea are offering him 150k per week. So I feel if he wants to choose concerning the money, he will have gone to Saudi Arabia. And now, the likes of Igalo, Ahmed Musa, they are the ones trying to calm him down. Like, if you go to Saudi, they might not hear you again. But if you are going to Chelsea, you might win some European competitions, and at the end of the day, even transfer yourself down to Saudi Arabia. So they feel they label Saudi as any players that doesn't have this value again in European competition, in Premier League or any other league in Europe. So now I feel Osimhen should just rethink before going down to Saudi, because if he goes to Saudi, the likes of Ronaldo, Benzema, you have a lot of strikers over there. So he should think very well before he moves for money, because there is still time on him. He still have a lot of time, a lot of years to play in European competition to win some titles before moving down to Saudi finally. So I feel he has to think very well and replan his ways of playing. And some coaches now, they have what they are scared of in Osimhen is the discipline.
Of course, what happened between
him and Nigerian coach and him and Napoli coach also. Another problem. So if me as a manager or me as a coach, if I want to sign a player, I will always look at how good is he on pitch and off pitch. Some coaches look at players on pitch and off pitch. The reason why Chelsea sold Lukaku is because he is a very bad player off pitch. Because you can't be earning £325,000 a week and still be interviewing yourself, feel like you are bigger than the club or you are bigger than the coach. So I feel Osimhen needs to re-strategize before he can move down to Saudi Arabia.
Okay, let's take a how will I put it now? Let's take a look at Chelsea Football Club now.
Yeah.
Chelsea, towards the end of the season, they were gunning, hunting all manners over Victor Osimhen. Don't forget how many players Chelsea signed this season that has just started. Chelsea signed a whole lot of players, though Maresca has said, even though we have 45 players, but I'm only working with 21. But at the same time, do you think Victor Osimhen would have, it's going to be a good buy for a club like Chelsea? Yeah. Let's talk from Chelsea angle first.
Yeah, thank you very much. The transfer window for Chelsea, this summer transfer window has been a very good transfer.
Yeah, of course, very good. Signing young players.
I've seen Chelsea in ages. This will be the first time I've seen something in ages whereby the coach has turned himself to be a manager, interfering into the transfer window issues. So the coach knows the player he wants and the players he doesn't want. He has said it after ending the preseason to Stanley that you are not on my squad. You are not on my squad. I don't need you. So with the calibers of players the coaches are working with now, I feel Chelsea are good to go now. He wasn't even moved with the issue of Victor Osimhen coming to Chelsea, because he feel like if Osimhen should come to Chelsea and be demanding for more than 200k per week, it will be a problem on the players already in Chelsea shirts. Because João Felix coming down from Atletico, he was earning a lot in Atletico before coming down. Then he cut the wages down for him to come out and play for Chelsea. The same thing to what they call his name? Oh my God, Pedro Neto of Wolves. Yeah, he reduced his wage. So if you are coming down to Chelsea, there are some add-ons. There are some things that add-ons.
One of the reasons that Victor Osimhen was kind of still skeptical about signing for Chelsea was because he's not ready to call down his wages.
He's not ready to call down. He was receiving £130,000 per week at Napoli, and Chelsea wants to give him 150. So he feel like he's more than that, being an African best player. So he feel he's more than that. And Chelsea wage structure now, they don't want to violate it.
That he feels he's more than that, or he is more than that.
There's a difference between you feeling and he is. You see the likes of, I can take a sample from Liverpool.
He's a big player.
When signing Salah is still hot till now. When signing Sadio Mane from Southampton, they are not giving them high wages. It is now Salah is receiving high wages in Liverpool because their add-ons added to his salary. That's why Salah is receiving high. You say you should come down to Chelsea, play for like a year. Now they've increased Palmer's salary from 90 to 150 or 160. It's even more than 100%. So there are some add-ons which Chelsea said, Osimhen, when you come down to Chelsea, after playing some matches, you'll be given some certain amount of money. So you have to rethink twice before you start saying you are not going to go. After you collecting the African player for last year, there might be another African best player this year, which might not be you.
Do you still think Chelsea will still go for Victor Osimhen come January?
The option now is that when Chelsea was playing against Crystal Palace, I saw the agents of Victor Osimhen of Sporting Lisbon inside the stadium. So I feel like Chelsea have a lot of options. Inside the option, they have Dominic Calvert-Lewin of Everton, Victor Osimhen of Sporting Lisbon. They have Benjamin Sesko of Leipzig. I think Osimhen is just the priority because he's the agility and what the coach wants. That's why they want to. It's not even the most plan of Maresca's squad list. So he prefers. Maresca is the type of coach that likes building up players to his own taste. So Osimhen is already established.
Some sections of football fans said Victor Osimhen is a proud player, that he has pride in him. What can you say about that? Do you want to believe that?
Yes, to me, he's not that of a disciplined player because he feels he has arrived. And you see, when a player starts feeling too much of himself, he will surely be having problem with the coach and the managers, even the board. Look at what transpired between Mbappe and PSG. Because they've given Mbappe like 40% of the power in PSG. So he feels it's too big for them. He should go and try that in Real Madrid now. They will bench him and put him on the bench. So when just respect the club you are playing for. Had it been Osimhen, I didn't have any enmity with his coach at Napoli. the transfer saga now wouldn't have happened. He would have gone to Chelsea easily. But the agent also is not everything now. Thank God the agent is not everything.
And also, any coach would have managed Romelu Lukaku and Osimhen in the same club.
No, never. Because Lukaku coming down to Napoli is going to reduce his wage.
Okay.
Even more than Osimhen's own.
Okay.
He's not going to be receiving what Osimhen is receiving in Napoli. And now Napoli wants to cash out on Osimhen.
Are they broke?
It's not as if they are broke, you know, to respect the PSR rules and the FFP rules. So they have to cash out on some players. Even after that, they have to start signing Billigimo, all those small financial players from small clubs, so as to honor, to respect the PSR rules. So Osimhen should think twice, should re-strategize, so as for teams to come back in January. I think the season-long loan might be broken when it reaches January transfer window. So he might as well think twice and go for one top European team. I'm not saying Chelsea, because as for now, Chelsea is not playing in Champions League. I think if Chelsea is playing in Champions League, I would have said that's one reason why Osimhen should sign for Chelsea. But now we should reason very well and think twice, because now you don't have time on your side again. Age is not on your side. You are thinking you're 25. When you play for a season long loan, the year is gone already. There are small strikers coming out now, unlike before when we have less prolific strikers. Now you have Haaland, you have Victor Osimhen. Within 5 matches, he has scored 8 goals. 8 goals and 7 assists in Portuguese league.
Okay, let's come down to Nigeria now. Let's come down to Nigeria fans. He was called upon by the NFF to play between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Benin Republic, and the atmosphere in the stadium where they were training has been okay so far. I also watched the video where the fans were chanting his name, saying all sorts of things. Do you think that it still offends some section or some part of the fans of Nigeria with what transpired between Finidi George and Victor Osimhen?
Yeah. Talking about Super Eagles now, I think the lineup should be out now. They should have started their
of course
now. So you see, Austin Iguavon, that is the caretaker now. Manager.
Yeah, the caretaker manager.
He wants to settle things in between Osimhen and player first before he settle things between Osimhen and fans. Because there are some players there that are feeling like, so if Osimhen does not play for Super Eagle, we are not going to win matches. Can't you, the coach, use me? We have a lot of attacking players in Nigeria squad, in Super Eagle.
I think he can win the heart of the fans again that are not happy with him if he can get the Super Eagles of Nigeria probably 2 or 3 goals.
I said it when we started this show that Osimhen playing for Super Eagles is 1 point already.
Of course.
Because he has that agility, that capacity.
The last 2 matches that we lost in the cup qualifier,
Adibin is there.
I'm sure if Victor Osimhen is there,
Rwanda and the Benin Republic. Talk about the AFCON we played as well. We qualified for the final and we got beaten by Cote d'Ivoire. This Rwanda and Benin Republic, they are not teams to Super Eagle. Super Eagle team, when you see them, now we have the full squad list now out. Trostekong is back, Aribo, everyone is back, Kelechi Iheanacho is back, Osimhen is back.
We should expect something.
Awoni is back. So now,
is still there too.
It's just Osimhen playing today now. It's just to show the fans that I'm back. Super Eagle winning now, we calm them down.
Exactly.
Like, yes, this is our striker. This is what we need in this team. So I think I pray Nigeria wins the match today, and we'll see what is going to happen between us, maybe employing a foreign coach, or we'll continue with Austin Iguavon, the local coach.
Okay, now that he has moved to Galatasaray, don't you think it's going to affect his game?
Moving to Galatasaray, Turkish Super League to be precise, is not going to affect him, because I've watched 1 or 2 of the Turkish league online. I see how they play and how their fans react If you are a player and you are playing what you feel is good for your club, the fans will admire you, they will help you, they will chant your name very well, even more than how Napolis are chanting Osimhen. If you see the reels or the videos, the welcoming party they did for Osimhen at Galatasaray,
wow, it was awesome.
Wow. This is very
special.
good.
Yeah.
So Galatasaray fans are welcoming Osimhen, but he shouldn't let what transpired between him and the coach at Napoli to happen between him and Galatasaray fans. Because the rate of racial abuse in Turkish league is more than Italy.
Exactly.
It's very much. Galatasaray fans, after being frustrated, they can run inside the pitch. They are open to destroying anything on the pitch. When you look at their match, even in Champions League, when their team lose to any European team like that, they feel furious and want to scatter everything on the pitch. So I feel Osimhen should know how you are going to work your things out. And Galatasaray as a club is a very big club in Turkish Super League.
Okay, just check the lineup, and is on the bench for the Super Eagles.
Yeah, I'm saying it now that we use Stanley Wabali, Semi Ajayi, William Trosteko, Kevin Bassey, Bruno Yamechi, Alex Iwobi, Fred Ndidi Olaina, Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Oko Boniface, and Ademola Lookman.
Okay,
so Osimhen on the bench.
Putting Osimhen on the bench, can we say it's tactical?
You know, Osimhen hasn't played for Super Eagles for like 3 international match ago. So bringing him to the squad and putting him in starting lineup will bring out a very big ruckus in between him and his teammates, because now we have striker like Victor Boniface and Taiwo Awoniyi that has been training. So you don't think you can just bring him now. The best thing is for him to come and play, introduce him back in the second half. And this our coach now is trying to play a masterpiece chess for the fans. You know, when we start playing match, I start seeing where there is a gap there that Osimhen can fill. Adebin is on the starting lineup. So you feel the fans will start clamoring like, the coach bring in Osimhen. Exactly. Once they just bring in Osimhen, you will see the hail. That's the plan I think is going to happen now on the pitch. So I feel Boniface also is not a bad striker, but I feel Victor Osimhen stand in that forward is going to help Super Eagles. Even seeing Osimhen in your squad list is a fear on you as a centre back. Okay,
lastly, before we go on this show this time, where would you want Victor Osimhen to play? Do you still feel like he fits into Chelsea, or should he consider? Don't forget, PSG were also looking for him, looking to sign Victor Osimhen.
You see, Nigerian as we are always after money. I've seen some videos whereby they start telling you that
obviously
you started from the streets.
I don't see him going to Saudi Arabia.
Obviously, I don't see him now. Al Ahly have signed Ivan Toney. So, and Al Hilal, they already have Benzema. No, Al Ittihad had Benzema. Al Hilal, they have Alexander Mitrovic. And Nasser, they have Ronaldo. So, and this Al Ahly, they can't sign 2 strikers from abroad at the same time. So they have to wait see another transfer section. So now the main priority for Osimhen now is to settle down, employ new agents, talk to Chelsea. This is what you want, and this is what he doesn't want. And going to Galatasaray is sending message to Chelsea, because Chelsea now has their scouts in Turkish Super League to check how Osimhen is developing after some injuries back, which is not helping him at all. Because me as the owner of a club, I can't sign a player that has been going through unnecessary injuries and indisciplined attitude with his former club. I'll just sign into my team and start developing issues with my board members. So I feel now Chelsea scouts are in Turkish. They are going to be looking how Osimhen is developing, and Osimhen now employing new agents to help you talk to Chelsea. Agree to some deals.
Okay.
Not for you to just say you need some salary and Chelsea just pay for it. Now he's out of squad list for Napoli. Till eternity, he's not going to go back to Napoli, I'm very sure. So Chelsea is now the main focus now. So the deal between Osimhen and Chelsea we should watch out for it in January transfer window or next summer.
Okay, no problem. Before we go, let's divert a way to let's take a look at Manchester United manager
Erik
ten Hag, and let's look at his managerial capabilities. He has been disappointing fans of Manchester United of late. Yes, where we have players who is not supposed to even start and is starting, and and the result is not even encouraging at all.
The main problem now is that from the midfield, I see we are entering into international break, and before international break, Manchester United have signed and announced Manuel Ugarte. So Casemiro now have to rethink very well, because you see, if you watch the match between Manchester United and Liverpool, it cost 2 goals for Man U. So now the coach now has a lot of work to do to reschedule his plan. Are you going to start Ugarte alongside Kobe Mainoo, or you are still going to be using Casemiro because he has the experience? Now fans are not after experience or inexperience again. They want wins, they want points for their team. So I feel now Erik ten Hag now, Sancho leaving, and some players whereby you don't need anymore are leaving the club already. So you have to reschedule your plan. You have to strategize which player you want to win games for you. Not you having the lead on the bench and starting Maguire. Why did you buy the leads then? Or you having Manuel Ugarte on the bench and starting Casemiro, whereby you start using Casemiro day in, day out. It's not going to work for you. You have Ugarte, who is a proper DM. Put maybe Bruno Fernandes on their front in between Manuel Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo and start your attack. Because now Premier League football system now, like the coaches are now opening their mind to inverting. I don't know where they read that inside book now of recent. Now you start seeing coaches saying they want to be inverting players to play to their own satisfaction. There are some players that fit your pattern and your formation. So use the players you signed and drop the players that are not ready to play for you. So I think Erik ten Hag has a lot of work to do after international break.
Okay, thank you very much, Ahmed. It's good to have you on the show this today. Thank you so much. I'm sure we should be back next week discussing sport, especially football again. Thank you very much. My name is Sheung, and until next time, keep fit and keep watching football.
Thank you.